Good morning, children. Take out your literature book. Lesson 2 I will teach you today. Grandpa Farouk's garden. The grand name of Grandpa is Farouk's. Okay. Grandpa Farouk's garden was Amir's favorite place. Amir loved the fruits, the leaves, the flowers, and the trees there. He also loved spending time with Grandpa. They worked together in the garden every week. When they finished, they enjoyed the fresh fruits from the garden. Children, in the evening time, we often go to the park. So, Grandpa was there and his neighbor boy Amir was there. The garden was of Grandpa. That means the garden was of Farouk's. Amir, once in a week, he used to go there. Only once in a week he used to go there and spend time with Grandpa. Amir loved fruits, the leaves, the flowers, and the trees. He used to eat the fresh fruits from the garden. Grandpa and Amir, they used to do some work also. Now here comes, ma'am, which type of work they used to do. They must be planting some trees. They must be sowing some seeds. They must be cleaning their garden. All these works they must be doing there. So here Grandpa Farouk's garden, every time who visits? Amir visits. He used to see the leaves, the fruits, the flowers. He loved them and he used to spend some time with Grandpa. Once in a week he was going there. One day Grandpa was very quiet. He worked in the garden without saying a word. They plucked fresh fruits, but Grandpa didn't eat any. As usual, Grandpa was with Amir on one day, but he didn't say any word. He was quite. He didn't say any word. He was quiet. Then they plucked some fruits from the fresh garden. Amir ate the fruits, but Grandpa did not eat the fruits. Why he did not eat the fruits? We will come to know in the next paragraph. What's wrong, Grandpa? Asked Amir. Amir asked, what's wrong, Grandpa? What has happened to you? Why you were so quiet? My garden is dying, Amir, replied Grandpa. Grandpa replied that my garden is dying. Garden is dying means somebody is there who is harming the flowers, the fruits, the trees. That means dying. Somebody is eating the garden. Who is eating the garden? Grandpa will tell now. My garden is dying, Amir, replied Grandpa. Why do you think so? Asked Amir. Look closely, said Grandpa. Some pests are eating the plants. Now, Grandpa tells that my garden is dying. What is the meaning of dying here? Dying here means, children, that some pests are there. Some types of harmful insects are there which are eating the fruits and the leaves of the plants. That means they are harming the fruits and the leaves. If suppose some harmful insect will eat the leaves of the plant, then how will the leaves of the plant make food? You all know, you have studied in your science subject that leaves make the fruits for the trees. So if some harmful insect will eat the leaves of the trees, then how will the leaves prepare the food? If some harmful insect will eat the fruits of the plants, then how you will eat? So here grandpa tells that some harmful insects are there which are eating the fruits, the leaves, the flowers of the garden. Amir looked at the leaves of the plant nearby. Half the leaves had been chewed off. Now what does Amir see? Amir sees that half of the leaf was eaten by some pests. Half of the leaf was eaten by some pests. Can't we do something to stop this? Asked Amir. Amir is also worried now. He tells grandpa, what can we do to save this garden? We need ladybirds, said grandpa. They are very useful bugs. They can eat these pests and save my garden. But where will I find them? Now, grandpa tells that we need some ladybirds. Again, what is ladybird here? It is a type of insect which can eat these bugs, which can eat these pests. Okay, children? They are useful insects which can eat these pests, and then the garden can be safe. Don't worry, grandpa, I will bring you a bug or two, asked Amir. Amir says that please grandpa, you don't worry, I will bring you one or more than one bug for you. Amir went home and began to look for ladybirds everywhere. On the second day, he found 2 ladybirds while walking home from school. They were in the grass growing by the side of the road. He carefully picked them up and brought them home. Now, children, Amir was also worried that the garden is being eaten by the pests. So, what he did? One day while coming back from school, he found 2 ladybirds. 2 ladybirds in the grass growing near the side of the road. Near the sides of the road you can see grass growing there. So in that grass Amir found 2 ladybirds. He carefully picked the ladybird and he brought those ladybirds at home. Amir put small leaves and twigs at the bottom of a plastic box. Then he gently placed the ladybird inside. He kept some food and water for them in the box. Now children, this ladybird, it lives on the, where does the ladybird live? The ladybird lives on the plants. So Amir was very smart boy. He brought some twigs and leaves and he kept inside the box, and then he kept that ladybird over those twigs and leaves. He also kept some food and water for this ladybird. What is the meaning of twigs, children? Small branches are called twigs. Okay. The next day, Amir looked for the bugs around the football field. He found 3 of them sitting on the leaf. Come with me, little ladybirds. We have to help Grandpa, he said carefully, picking them up. Now, on the second day, he found 2 ladybirds, and on third day, he found how many ladybirds? 3 ladybirds he found. Where he found this 3 ladybird? He found this ladybird around the football field. Okay, where the children was playing football, he found the ladybird there. He picked up those ladybirds and he told those ladybirds, come with me because I have to help Grandpa because his garden is dying. So I want to help Grandpa, so please come with me. By telling all these words, he picked up those ladybirds and again he kept those ladybirds in that plastic box. Okay. 2 days later, Amir found 4 more at the park. He picked them up and ran home. Now his box had 9 ladybirds. Now children, after 2 days again, that means on the second day he found 2 ladybirds. On the third day he found 3 ladybirds. Now second, third, fourth, fifth. That means on the fifth day, in different park. It was not the same park where Grandpa and Amir met. It was another park where Amir found the ladybird. Here he found 4 ladybirds. And he picked those ladybirds and he ran home and he kept the ladybird in the plastic box. The next morning, Amir went straight to Grandpa Farouk's house. With a big smile on his face, he showed Grandpa the box with the ladybirds. Grandpa could not believe it. You have done well, oh my boy. You have done so well, Grandpa said with a tear in his eye. Now, next day, Amir went to Grandpa's house. He did not go to Grandpa's garden. He went to Grandpa's house to give him the message that he had collected 9 ladybirds. Grandpa was too much happy and tears came in his eyes. That was the tears of happiness. खुशी के मारे ग्रैंडपा के आंखों में आंसू आ गया. Understood now, children? The happiness of tear came in the eyes of Grandpa. And he started blessing Amir and he told that you have done a good job. You have done a good work. Okay? Amir and Grandpa opened the box in the garden and let the ladybirds out. The ladybirds liked their new home. They had many pets to eat there. From that day on, Grandpa Farouk's garden did what gardens should do. It grew and grew and grew. Now, children, Amir and Grandpa brought that box in the garden, and he kept the ladybird. He set out the ladybird. That means from that plastic box he took out the ladybird, and they kept that ladybird in the garden. There were so many pests for the ladybird to eat. So the ladybird enjoyed their new home, and from that particular day all the pests were eaten by the ladybird, and the garden grew and grew. Grew and grew means that the garden was full of new leaves and flowers and fruits. That means the garden was not dying now. There were more fruits, more leaves, more branches, more flowers there. Understood, all of you children? I will send you the question answer to do, and you will write it. Okay children? Have a good day now.